Atlas, good evening and welcome to the Mexico City Plaza here in Mexico City for our main event. 12 rounds in the heavyweight division between these two great warriors.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in the dressing room. You know what to do. Let's touch gloves.
36 minutes still ahead of them here, round 1 of 12.
Teddy, the expectation in a matchup like this, a power puncher versus power puncher, is that the fight's not going to last long. But what if it does? Then what?
The guy with less power is going to win because he's a guy that has a reserve in a place that he's ready to go to in case the power's not there.
Bad Intentions is trying to create some space between him and his opponent. You know he wants to fight on the inside. He cannot be smothered. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Well-targeted counterpunch by Bad Intentions. Cooper's nailed by a huge uppercut. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. No feeling out round here at all. These two are slugging it in round number 1.
Reminds me of the fireworks display on the 4th of July, and the rockets just keep coming.
He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange. Nice block by Bad Intentions.
What do you think is most misunderstood about the heavyweight division?
I think it's human nature for people to see these big Goliaths, that they start to think that, hey, they're more sure of themselves, that these guys have more of an abundance of security about themselves, about confidence. And really, it's the opposite. In some ways, these big giants, they're really unsure of themselves because they know they can do damage. They're also worried about damage being done to them.
Good return fire that time. Great movement to get away from those punches. This round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
Well-placed counterpunch by Cooper. Well done that time, landing the counterpunch. Good 1-2 by Bad Intentions.
So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counterpunch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
Good defense, just covering up down low.
Halfway through round number 2.
Cooper's got a cut near his eye, and that never works out well for a fighter like him. See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. What a nice combo by Cooper. A headshot blocked. Well-placed counterpunch by Cooper. Good job with 3 flush punches by Bad Intentions. Bad Intentions is doing a really nice job here. I mean, putting his punches together. This is what you're supposed to look like as an offensive fighter.
Yes, it is, especially when you have a guy in front of you put the earmuffs on. You know, you cover up the way that his opponent is. You're supposed to put them together. 1 or 2 are going to be blocked. But when you put them together like that, they're going to get through.
End of the round here, a round that saw a lot of action, the kind of round that fans pay to be here to see.
Well, these are TV-friendly fighters, and we figured that coming in.
Oh! Cooper's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. Oh, he's in bad shape here. He's stunned and he's wobbly.
The only thing he has going for him is he's not a fighter that uses his legs anyway, and you can't use him right now. He's a guy that likes to move his head. He's got to start doing that. Try to cement those feet down the best he can and get some head movement.
Good block there by Cooper. Good job by drawing in his opponent and then landing the counterpunch by Cooper. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Oh, what an exchange! And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Able to dismiss his opponent's shot and then comes back with an uppercut. Holy cow! Bad Intentions is in a bad place right now. He was tagged. Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Comes right back at him with a left hand.
Come on. Bring him to the punch.
Nice 2-punch combo by Cooper.
Finish with the hook. Jab. Use the jab.
10 seconds to go in this round. Right back to the work up top. Bad intentions. He's got a bad cut now that's opened up on his cheek. And this round comes to an end. A round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a nonstop effort.
Well, that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motors.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Defense just covering up down low.
Keep working the body.
Wow, look at that, trading shots. Targeted counterpunch by Bad Intentions. Undoubtedly, the most effective element of his entire arsenal tonight is his jab. He's so committed to fighting on the outside, and he's jabbing away beautiful.
Well, Customato used to tell me, Teddy, when you're in doubt, jab. Well, this fighter, when he's been in doubt, he's jabbed. When he's been sure of himself, he's jabbed. As you said, he's made a jab fest of this all night long.
Good work with the uppercuts. Nice job there. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Trying to cut down that tree one shot at a time. Teddy, is it possible that he didn't respect this fighter coming into the fight? Now, I know a lot of people would say, yeah, he's ahead on the scorecards. But you can just see the style of fight that this is, that he's being tested.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of two things. This guy being better than his record would indicate, and what you touched on, that he's a human being like anybody else. We look at the guy's record, we think of what kind of fight it's going to be. He looked at it, he thought it was going to be a little easier than it's turning out.
Round comes to an end. And that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic, and that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you're seeing proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Teddy, is this becoming a mental thing with him? I mean, he's not firing off the big power punches. I got to wonder why.
You know, that's a good question. Sometimes a guy is making a silent agreement in his mind that maybe if I don't hit him hard, he won't hit me hard back. He's not confident enough now to throw the punches without worrying about what had come back at him.
Cooper's training regimen probably didn't include much work defensively because he has been a sitting target all night long.
Yeah, it's just not moving his head. And you know, the problem when you try to block and you don't move your head, your opponent can put punches together and keep you defensive, your handcuffed. But when you move your head, you create an opening. So your opponent throws a punch, he misses, he doesn't put them together. He's worried about something coming back. Right now, the opponent's not worried about anything coming back.
Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go. Counterpunch by Cooper. It is unbelievable how this fight is being fought. Both guys unwilling to stop. One guy goes at it, the other guy meets him punch for punch.
Well, you've heard it before. You've heard the term used, one day at a time to deal with something very difficult. Well, this is one round at a time. That is the only way these fighters, these warriors, could deal with this kind of pace.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Bad Intentions is doing really well on the outside, utilizing his jab. Well, he knew it was a smart strategy to stay on the outside. He probably didn't know it was going to pay off this well because he's just getting to his guy easily.
Oh, yeah, if he was in a casino, I'm telling you, it's all coming up cherries for him. But right now, if his opponent has any shot to hit that jackpot, he needs to move that head, move those feet, get inside.
10 seconds remaining in this round. This has been a hotly contested war throughout, and you just have a sense that it's going to end at any moment in these later rounds.
Yeah, these guys are not saving anything. They're going for broke right from the beginning.
Good scoring counterpunch by Cooper. Great show by these two. What an entertaining bout this has been. Neither man. Oh, and he is hurt after that series of punches.
You know, my old trainer used to tell me, if you don't move your head, the other...
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Oh, and there you go. Bad Intentions is down from a huge punch. That landed clean. So he is able to get up to his feet after that knockdown. But Teddy, it's what's ahead that's the problem.
Yeah, we're getting a peek right now into his heart, into his soul.
Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Cooper's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Cooper's got a bloody nose right now. I don't know if it's broken, but the bottom line is it's going to be a distraction. Comes right back at him with a left hand. That's a tried and true method that works out very well. The counterpunch landing by Cooper. Bad Intentions is in a position now where he should be able to bring home a win. If things stay the way they are, he's clearly headed towards a win.
Yeah, I have my head on my scorecard, but he has to make sure he doesn't, like in football, go into that defense. If he starts just moving, just staying away a little bit, now the things that were keeping his opponent from coming in that front door, well, guess what? They're not there no more. His opponent could get back into this fight.
This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
Cooper's showing some swelling now. Round comes to an end. Knockdown was scored in that round. So, Teddy, you're working the corner of the guy who was just on the floor. What are you telling him?
You're telling him that if he's been down before, you want to actually use that for a positive. I know that sounds crazy, but you say, hey, You've been here before. You've overcome it. You want to remind him that he can get back. And then the most important thing, Joe, is you tell him why he got dropped. So when he goes out there, he's not just scared going into a dark place saying, gee, it's going to happen again. He knows he has control.
Boy, just staying on the outside away from danger and scoring well. Bad Intentions is showing us that he is willing to stick with the game plan. But Teddy, that game plan saw him knocked down earlier in this fight. What would you be telling him?
You know, in some ways I tell him good, because you have to go with what you have. You know, you can't completely change. That's not possible in the course of the fight. You are who you are. So it's not the game plan necessarily, Joe, or the style that's wrong. It's the execution of the game plan. That has to be done better.
He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Not able to land the uppercut. Got a lot of infighting here. He's right there in the kitchen, Teddy, but I don't think he likes the way things are tasting.
No, this is not a restaurant that he wanted to make a stop at.
The tactical game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him, because he's afraid to let anything go, because when he misses, bang, he gets caught.
Keep those hands up. Move it. Back to the line.
Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. Well done that time, landing the counter punch.
Keep working the body.
Nice block by Cooper. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. And Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear cut. This is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Good block there by Bad Intentions. Cooper's now in a position where he may not even realize it, but the eye is getting worse. Still, he fights on.
He behaves like a fighter. And that's the greatest asset you have. It's not your jab, it's not your hook, it's not your power, it's not your footwork. It's your ability to behave like a fighter when you have to. He's doing that right now.
Now he's putting his punches together, the combination upstairs. Able to show you his blocking ability. Bad Intentions is doing really well on the outside. Bad Intentions is making for a trainer's dream right now. Picking his shots, Teddy. Selecting when, where, and being very accurate.
Yeah, the old timers would say he's a real sharpshooter. That's exactly what he's doing. He's not missing much.
On the mark, the counter punch by Cooper. You can see what he's trying to do there. He wants to create space. A little push, a little shove. Why not? Get away from me. Teddy, this is one of those moments where you just wish you could pick up the phone and call up the world and say, tune in. Everybody should be watching this, right?
I have a cell phone. I might do that right now.
Start dialing. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. It's been 2 minutes of nonstop action. Now the final minute has arrived. Cooper's now battling two opponents. The guy standing opposite him trying to punch him, and his eyes swelling.
Yeah, he can't see what's coming at him right now.
Keeping his hands up, getting way of his opponent's effort. And a good counter by Cooper. Away from those headshots with his defense up top.
Don't worry about it. We'll take care of that cut. Let's get on that.
They are back to action here, but that action has only favored one man. Completely one-sided. Hard to see the scorecards coming into play here with how dominating he's been. Cooper's coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Oh boy, look at this. Right from the get-go, they go after one another.
They remind me of my 15-year-old son going to the dinner table.
Nice block. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Cooper. Blocks the headshot. Cooper's able to avoid that punch. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Cooper. Cooper's got to find a way to protect that eye. The cut has worsened. And if it gets any worse, you got to think this fight is coming to an end immediately.
Well, what's going to matter is when the doctor finally gets caught up and looks at it is, Joe, not how bad the cut looks or even how graphic it is to the fans out there, but where it's at. The doctor will look to see whether or not it's the kind of cut that if it gets worse, it could actually be physically damaging to his career.
Gotta hurt. Cooper's legs look shaky. He was hurt. One minute to go in this round. Neither man has decided to slow down at all. Oh, boy, what a round. Boy, what guts. What guts to stay in there and gather yourself again after he was taking a beating.
Yeah, what guts, what instincts, and what a set of whiskers.
He gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. Punch by Cooper. It's hard to believe that he can win this fight on the scorecards. That means it's do or die at this point. You got to go for broke.
Yeah, that means that you got to come up with that Hail Mary pass. Now, when you come up with that Hail Mary pass, you don't just chuck the ball. You have to have a receiver down there. You have to make sure that he's running a certain route. Right now, he's got to look for one spot, something to land that shot.
The end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation.
Wow! Cooper's targeting that head, and landing with a bomb. And somehow, some way, he's going to continue on here.
And if he's going to stay in this fight, now he's got to avoid his opponent like the Black Plague.
What a good counterpunch by Cooper. And once again, he goes down. The question is, can he rise up again? This fight is over. Cooper's got the win by way of knockout. He put his man down, and the 10 count was administered. Cooper's your winner by knockout.
I feel like I just read a book. You know, I know a little bit more about this guy now.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us. Enjoy the rest of your evening.